In the fall of 1996, Schaefer and Susan Hoster Suggs were expecting their firstborn, but they were not expecting to hear some news that would change their lives forever.
When my parents found out they were pregnant with me, my mom had melanoma cancer.
It was very scary. It was very difficult because there was like a level 4. And at that time, we had not named our daughter. I said, there's only one name for this little girl, and it was Faith.
Everyone has a story of why they are who they are. On February 3rd, 1997, Faith Suggs was brought into this world a natural-born fighter. Having a father who played professional football, Faith found her passion in the sport of basketball.
Faith Suggs. Greenwell not really looking for a shot. They set up Suggs. And there's her first points of ACC play.
Whether it's on the court, off the court, Faith is just always very passionate. She has a lot of love in her heart, and she will do absolutely anything for this team, for her friends, her family especially. Like, you can ask anybody on the team, who's our toughest player? Hands down, it'll be Faith. 15 out of 15.
She's such a fighter. I've got a picture in my office of Faith, and she's ripping a ball, going after a loose ball and kind of ripping it. I think that embodies her spirit and her fight.
Her spirit, her love, her caring. Faith is a very caring, nurturing person, and I see that comes from her mom. I see Sue's grace and her presence in Faith every day.
She was my best friend and a great woman, a great leader, molded me who I am.
In 2011, Sue's melanoma aggressively returned.
Over that whole summer, her back was bothering her, and we finally realized that she had a burst fracture in her T3 vertebrae that happened to be cancerous. And unfortunately, we lost her in 2 months.
She was 44.
The impact that it has had on our lives, I can't begin to really describe it, but we've drawn strength from it, especially Faith. And it was right before her freshman year, and I remember going to her freshman year and how basketball was that foundation, that was that inspiration that really kept her going. She was just phenomenal. She was the glue that kept the family together.
I had to grow up really fast. I had to help take care of my family, kind of step up and be that woman of the household, focus on my basketball career, having fun with things, enjoying every little bit, every day as it comes. And one thing with basketball is as you get on the court, you just have fun, you play with your teammates, everything kind of goes away. Any hardships you're having, it's just the best. It's like my safe haven.
As Faith was recruited to play college basketball, the Suggs family received a phone call from someone who understood the impact of melanoma.
And I was not aware that she also was experiencing melanoma, and that was immediately a bond.
I was floored by it at the time because I was just finishing and going through stuff. I wasn't done with so much of what I was doing. And I felt, without question, I felt a kindred spirit with Faith and her family.
I wasn't looking for somebody to replace her as a mom, but somebody could understand what that meant, what that looks like day by day, and experiencing how that disease has impacted our lives.
The worst melanoma I had was on my forehead, and they went in twice to fix that up, and I remember looking like Frankenstein a little bit when I was cut across the forehead. And then I had, of course, one on my neck here, and my hand here, and my leg here, and my shoulder here. But I have so much respect for Faith and her family for what they've been through together and how they've gotten strength from it. And I know that Faith's mom has to be so very proud of her and all that she's done. You look at that and you wonder why it had to go that way. You also wonder, why am I so fortunate? Why didn't it go that way for me? I'm a person who's benefited from early detection. I know that I've tried to manage it and had some difficult times with it. For example, coaching after a surgery on my neck, I think that was one of the hardest things I ever did. You get through things on a day-to-day basis, and you get strength from it, and then certainly you want to share that with other people. I know she knows I understand as best I can, never going through what she went through, of course, but being aware of and also trying to spread the word about melanoma.
So on February 4th, 2018, the day after Faith's birthday, the team held a melanoma awareness game with the Polka Dot Mamas Foundation.
I just feel very fortunate that as a head women's basketball coach, we can do things here. We can make people aware. We can bring awareness. And there's all, breast cancer, there's so many different things that you can bring awareness to. But in this case, melanoma really fits all of us at this point, and we want to get the word out. It's a killer. It's an insidious disease that often goes unnoticed and then takes people very quickly, and it's one of the #1 killers of young people. So I think we all have to do our part in educating people as much as possible, being proactive, and just simply letting folks know that we've got to be proactive with this, because it's a killer. It's a real killer.
Was not aware of the devastation and the power of that disease, and I think just bringing awareness to cancer, period, is so important, because there's so many people that it impacts, and the way it impacts their lives going forward, it's unbelievable.
Melanoma can happen to anybody. Just because you are darker skinned or you feel like it can't impact you, fair skinned people are not the only people that it can impact. And you should always protect your skin, whether you are my age, younger or older, because sunburns can be very bad for you in the long run. So I think that people should, really research to what melanoma is and what it can do to you in the long run. And I think that they should always, talk with other people and support people, and to, wear sunscreen and be safe out in the sun.
Suggs draws the foul. A chance for 3.
Basketball has given me an oasis, an escape route, somewhere to go be myself, kind of like leave all the worries on the sidelines. It's been that place where I can bond with my dad or my brother, and I'm so thankful, because when I'm on the court, I can let everything go, but I also can feel my mom's spirit within me.
Sports is such a great stage for people to know some of these stories, and to know that there's stories behind the people that are out there on the court, whether you're coaching or playing. And for me as a coach, just being able to coach the women and come to practice every day and get ready for games, it just puts everything in perspective and keeps you moving forward.
The fight and spirit of Sue lives on. Everyone has a story of why they are who they are.